Karen, she doesn't give me the choice. It's a small guy. A logo. Straight that.
The September 6, 2016 meeting of the Carlynton School District Board of Directors is called to order. Mr. Christie, can you help us out with the pledge of allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the Secretary please call the roll?
Director Apple?
here.
Director
She's not here tonight.
Director O'Brien? Here. Director Hunchon?
Here.
Director Shell? Director Zelensky? Director Mendoza? Director Dugan? Here. Director Schreiber?
Here. I'll entertain a motion. Actually, I pause. Before I start the motion, is there anyone in the public that would like to address any agenda item on tonight's agenda? Seeing no one rise, we'll continue. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the August 15th, 2016 meeting as presented. Thanks. Do I have a second? Moved and seconded. Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
I abstain.
And you abstain because?
I was not.
And you have two abstentions, Director Monchar, Director O'Brien, because they were not at the last meeting. I'll report that we had an executive session prior to this meeting where we discussed litigation, personnel, negotiations, and real estate. Dr. Pfeiffer.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody for all the hard work they put forth to get the building up and get it ready to go. I recognize we had some inconvenience and a rocky start with the scheduling process, but it wasn't for a lack of trying to get the software up and get some things in place. We've already had some meetings to put these things in place so that we'll have the schedules out earlier next year, so that as far as timeline goes, we won't be releasing them on the first day of school, and that we're continuing to get training on the new software, from Mr. Mantage to myself to additional people who, as things come up with scheduling, it's really a scheduling question in regards to the software more than a software question. Mrs. Rodriguez has been doing a pretty good job working with eSchools Plus to get people on call. I worked with, had a discussion with Mr. McAdoo this morning about some concerns he has. We're trying to work with him at the elementary level. And Marcia, you and I haven't had a chance to go over how things have been working with your individual building. But we had our people personnel services meeting this morning with the elementary. Dr. Mangus was there, Mr. Walker, myself, and Mr. McAdoo. So, lost a heartbreaker Friday night by
Oh, that was such a shame.
1 point to Avonworth. They're ranked. And that was, I can say in 4 years, that's the best I've seen the team perform, even though they had a tough loss. But you can't say it wasn't for a lack of heart or lack of trying on the part of our kids. Fall sports are off, and we're just optimistic that our kids are really going to do a good job. The band festival's coming up this Saturday, and that's always a fall event to look forward to. So, other than the scheduling, which again we're on a new learning curve with software, and I want to thank a lot of parents for the patience that they've had and the students getting forward. It's an aberration, not usually how we operate, but once we get the scheduling up, we'll be in better shape. So, other than that, I think it's been a pretty good start as far as people excited to be back. Programs up and running. I think some of the things that Dennis did over the summer with getting the buildings ready and in place, our new hires with Amanda Myers, who assumed third grade position, or we have her on the agenda for tonight. We have a new school nurse in place. So I'm excited about some of the new staff we have in, and some of the older staff who have really been coming to the plate at early stages in their career to take initiatives. Again, like Bill Harris, like Maria Wisser taking over for Jim Gorski in 6th grade. So I think all those things help to reinvigorate the staff professionally and rededicate themselves to our kids and our communities. So that's on my end. I'd like to go now to Mr. Locker.
I'd like to continue with what Dr. Pfeiffer was saying in terms of one of the things that has been most impressive this summer is the continued learning that the teachers have shown throughout the year. Wendy Snyder and Kristen Fisher with the Fluency Grant in partnership with CMU, Mr. Harris with Project Lead the Way, Mr. Stagel and Mrs. Foltz with the Smithsonian Museum's incorporated digital literacy and research-based social studies, and then really the growth of the Carlynton Education Foundation, which put the brochure. The golf outing is on the 17th, as a reminder, really. These things have just taken off, and I've seen teachers creating things, the mini grants that the foundation offers to teachers is really phenomenal. And in addition, I met with a team of teachers and Dr. Mangus over the summer, and we put in for a grant for $25,000 through the Department of Human Services of Allegheny County, and we submitted the grant. And it's going to be the first ever mentoring program where we bring in the community members to serve as mentors. The idea is that last year we had the trauma-informed care training for 2 sessions in the professional development. And our teachers all have a tremendous amount of experience and expertise, and now they have even sharpened the skills even more so having trauma-informed care training. And then we asked that the money be used to train future incoming mentors, and then the mentoring will take place on 3 levels. One will be a one-on-one mentoring, the second will be small group mentoring, and the third, which we're pretty excited about, is called Carlynton Storytellers. So graduates, people in the community that have a story to tell which kids can benefit from when we come back. We're hoping to launch that in mid-October because the grant is announced at the beginning of October. So we're looking to use the festive time of the golf outing as a way to get people excited talking about Carlynton, and then ride the coattails of that into recruiting mentors, people. So if you have someone that has a neat story that wants to spend some time with some kids, maybe just send the idea. I also have a copy of the proposal that we submitted that I'd be happy to share with anybody on the board. So that was exciting for me, and I think for Dr. Magnus as well. I don't think you can add anything to it. Is that there were people coming in over the summer and we were working on it. It was neat because we all knew each other pretty well, and kind of just gelled, and good experience from getting it. So I'm hoping we get it. The bulk of the monies will be used for transportation and events for the kids. The challenge, even if we do get it, is how are we going to continue the program the next year, so it's not a one and done program. That's about all I have.
Ms. Burleson?
We each got a newsletter, or a packet that includes a newsletter. Just in a few of it are updates, because we talked about this at the last board meeting, but the Pause 200 is up and running, so I don't know if you've seen any kids come home with stickers. They're very excited about that. Some feedback for recess before lunch has been all positive. Even, I mean, you hate to jinx it, and it's a honeymoon phase still, but I'm already seeing a decrease in students sent to my office door in recess time, and a decrease going to the nurse's office. after recess. So this will come up to me and say, like, why haven't we done this? Like, why hasn't anyone ever thought of this? And we have, we just haven't done it. So great feedback so far. And this gives a chance to, because this is just new and exciting, the PTA has jumped in and has been kind of partnering. Part of the newsletter is asking for donations for like board games, getting ready for indoor recess when it gets cold, board games or other kind of bigger toys that won't get lost for the little kids that they can do during recess time. They're starting a committee to help manage the games during this time because that's also a big job. So that's been really exciting. We did our Obeys kickoff with Josh and Gab show. So they come, I don't know if you're familiar with them, it's Josh and Gab, and they come and they sing, play some guitar, some small instruments, and they do songs about bullying or being yourself, and all the kids loved it, from kindergarten up to 6th grade. And Gabby, who's a part of it, she's actually, she's a car, she's a mentor, sorry, I thought she might be part of my fault. But they really liked it, so that was our Obeys kickoff, and that will continue. We have the signs posted, and Mr. Hope still goes into the classrooms, depending on the need, at least once a week to do some character ed lessons. There's the calendar. On the calendar, the only new thing is on the bottom right-hand corner are the 5-day rotation. So now parents will also be able to look at this to see what day they're on. We also have it posted outside the front door. So if you walk up, you can see what day we're on. I've also included, today was the start of our first data team meetings, and we're really excited. I spent a lot of time just providing some PD for the teachers of how RTII has changed to MTSS and what that looks like now, especially with an RTI teacher not there anymore. MTSS is going to look different. And everybody's very accepting and excited to see how Tier 2 will look in their classroom, and then really using the data from PSSA last year, New Study Island, New Dibbles, and creating the new tiers for this year. So I've included like kind of what we went through, just so you could be part of that fun excitement of the data. And then I also just included for you our PD days, what every day we're doing. It's already planned out for any in-services, and I also included our staff meetings. So I was able to look at, have our focus, which is really about data and rigor. No time wasted is kind of the motto, and using every staff meeting to focus on that. So we've already all planned out, and I included that. So that's one pack you got. You also got a separate 2-page sheet with Envision on the top. And I just wanted to give you a little kind of summary of how Envisions is going. I know it's only been 2 weeks, but the teachers are starting to dive into it. So Ms. Stetling helped put together some thoughts, some blurbs of other staff members as well. And you'll see just paragraphs of some things that people really find helpful as they go through Envisions. You'll see, of course, the rigor level is there, the consistency. It follows the Common Core, and they love that. And it matched just with our data teams. They provide differentiation, so they can take a certain type of assessment, see where they scored, what they missed, and this program differentiates homework for them. It can differentiate something like classroom activities for them. So even if they don't use it as a starting off point, to show and give them that part where it's individualized. So they love that. You'll see like there are different interactive pieces where they can play a video, and it's a character talking, giving them kind of a mini lesson that's on the computer. So they get very excited. It's not necessarily they don't listen to the teacher, they listen to a cartoon, which is so different. So that's part of it. They have a lot of math vocabulary, and the rest of it is consistent. So now that we have a program K-8, really, but K-6, in kindergarten they're going to have the same vocabulary they're going to use like in 6th grade. So someone's not calling something a different name. And then there's also ways to integrate, so they do some math and science pieces. And that's perfect for any of the teachers, and, because a lot of the teachers this year were departmentalizing, so they're teaching math and science, so that's been helpful for them. And then the second page was just kind of like in a glance what a lesson, what the topic has for the teacher. It has so much from vocabulary cards, like I said, to the math and science connection, to all kinds of online pieces for them to use. The only, feedback, it's not necessarily negative, it's just, it's new, so it's very overwhelming. So all of this is a lot for them. So, and they've only had a half a day PD session right now. So a lot of it is the half a day PD plus just kind of experimenting and playing with it and talking to the other teachers. And then they're looking forward to, we have another in-service in September, it's a full day, where they'll get, and it's perfect because any questions that they've had working through this, they can now take it to the trainer that's coming. And be able to answer any questions and just kind of focus a little more now that they've used it for a couple weeks. So the feedback has been very positive. It's just they're getting used to all of the things that Envision has to offer. So.
Well, and I want to add too, going back to the multi-tiered system of supports, if you remember back in our May meeting, that is a motion that, a direction the Commonwealth is going in, getting away from the RTII, and be able to implement that. And so that's an ongoing process for us. And again, with the Envision Math, back when we initially set up the Director of Elementary Education position, which JC had, and Carla and now Marcia, to try to coordinate what both buildings are doing curriculum, so that when they're coming up and making the transition to 7th grade, we're aligning and hitting a lot of the same standards at the same time, using the same language, we're developing the same level of rigor across the board. And I think the Envision Math has been a good indicator, product of that this year. On the first day, not the first day of school, but one of the first in-service days, I was down at Carnegie when the Envision person was here going over it. We had both teachers together from Craft and Carnegie working curricularly. And one of the things that we discussed this year with the admin team and looking at our calendar is trying to have more opportunities for cross-building and intercurricular dialogue to look at how things are being not only just aligned to the standards, but the same interpretation of some of the language, that what is proficient for one is similar for the other, and what is advanced, and how you measure that. Or the assessments that we're looking at effective. And one of the things in our policy is developing a system to monitor the progress of our own curriculum towards the standards. And one of the ways we do that is getting together, and taking a look at, are the assessments going to be hitting the same standards that they need to hit, and are they effective? And that goes over to, is the curriculum aligned appropriately to the standards? So there's a lot going on this year in the course of the professional development that we'll be working on, and I think the Envision Math has been a good purchase for the district. From what I can tell you, the teachers who are interested in it, I'll be real excited to see the kids in a lesson using it, and then to compare both buildings. So I think it's a good opportunity for us. We really haven't done that before, where there's been so much cross-planning. But I think for us being so small, I think we need that. So I want to thank you, Marsha, for taking the lead on that and really carrying it forward, and then working with Ed to transition some of that and build the principles. Because we know we've got to focus on the 8th grade junior high math, and we've been putting things in place. The fundamentals courses are part of that. But as we're looking at goals for the district, academics, narrowing the achievement gap for our lower achieving students and the rest of our population, and we got to focus on these areas. So I'm excited for this. Mr. Christie.
I spoke with representatives of our audit firm. I was asked that question this morning. They'll be tracking to the district the 3rd week of September to complete their field activities. They're planning to be here approximately 3 to 4 days that week. It will be shortly after that we'll have a pretty good idea of what our fund balance will be as of June 30th, 2016.
So we should know by maybe the October 3rd meeting?
Well, if they're done on Friday, I'm anticipating giving them a call on Wednesday to ensure that they've given me all the accrual entries that they want to make, and we would have to discuss that with them. So I'm anticipating by October 3rd to have a pretty good idea what the fund balance is.
And that's what,
The only thing that would hold it up is if something happens with the audit while they're here. That's what we're anticipating at this point.
and then we'll also should know what the index is by the end of this month.
I think by law, the department has to publish that index by September 30th. So as long as the department follows the law, yes, we will have that figure also. The second thing I wanted to bring up is, as many of you know, we have a discount period on our real estate taxes through August 31st. And I ran a report today because I noticed it seems like we had more money than in previous years. And indeed, money turned over to us through August of this year is up $1.1 million from last year. Part of that is because we raised the millage close to $1 million, but when you look at it, exclusive of that, we still got 52% of what we budgeted for revenue as compared to 45% last year. So people are paying sooner. So it's good to get the money, and that there doesn't seem to be problems with people being able to pay with taxes. So I thought I'd bring that to the board's attention. That concludes my report for today.
Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Christmas? Dr. Mannix?
I just want to take a minute to thank Kristen Bonner because of her hard work. We've had I'm sure Dr. Piper shared with you some of the enrollment statistics or the beginning of the school year, and they continue to change, but we did have a high influx of students enrolling in the district. In fact, we're closer to a 1,400 number than a 1,300 number, which is the closest we've been to that number in at least 6 years, so that's good for the district. But it was a really rough beginning of the year for Kristen and for our office, because you see a lot of people coming in and trying to get things done and getting records and attaining records and making sure kids have schedules and start dates. So it was really crazy, but I did want to commend her for her hard work. That being said, we also saw an influx in our students receiving English as a second language, not to the extent that we've added any more support from the IU, but it is getting close. So I want to just draw attention. I think Carnegie is, with the group, with the way that the groupings happen, you can only have so many students at a certain level, and each student has to have so many hours based on the level that they score. So while we haven't hit that, we could be close. I did spend the better part of the first week of school down at Carnegie because Dr. Serdi was on jury duty, so I got to brush up on my Spanish skills and work with some of our kids. That college minor really paid off. I also wanted to draw the board's attention to the fact that our parent trainings for the special education department are published on the district website. Our first one is September 14th. We did have to cancel the first session because I will be out doing the CPI training, the trainer, so that I can bring it back and train the district on crisis prevention and intervention. The evening session is still on for 6:30 at Carnegie, and it is with regard to school anxiety and social strategies for parents. With the beginning of the year, I think the role of the psychologists and guidance counselors was really important, particularly at the elementary school, because of the kids coming in that are having some separation and starting school issues, and they really did a nice job getting the kids in the buildings and into the classrooms. We're always ready for the students we know about, but it's sometimes the students we don't know about. So we spent a lot of time getting to know those students. And then also, we received notification today from the state that for the 2014 accounting year, we met the requirements of IDEA Part B, which allows us to take advantage of 50% maintenance of effort, which is the spending towards special education. So it takes some of the scrutiny with regard to our special education spending off of us, even though each year our special education fund spending increases as opposed to the state scrutiny that we'll get from the state kind of diminishes a little bit when we do what we know is best for kids, and we receive commendation for offering high quality programs to students. So I thought that was a nice way to start. But I hear.
we have to figure out how we can catch them back up, but also maintain the negative workloads that we have. So, it then creates some challenge, because then they become tweeners. The tweener is someone that's in between grade level.
And I did, is it just cyber school or is it brick and mortar charter as well? Both, but I would say more coming from cyber.
We're getting some brick and mortar charter back, for sure.
Yes.
Is it worth trying to poll those students or their parents and see what brought them back to us and document it somehow?
It's the failing grades.
At cyber?
A lot of the time, it's
Okay.
the responses that I hear are, it wasn't what we thought it was gonna be.
So
They
they
didn't
would-
get the supports that they needed for their academics, so it's.
So they might have been struggling here a little bit, and they thought, well, I'm gonna go somewhere else and
Correct.
it'll magically fix itself, and then it didn't.
Is there any kind of consequence to the cyber charter if the kids are failing and they end up coming back to their home districts?
I haven't seen a
In other words,
consequence.
is it like,
I mean, they're required to provide special education, so for a special education student, they're required by IDA to provide services, but I can't say that I've seen them be given a consequence if a student doesn't pass the way we are, if we have a dropout cohort. I don't know if we
Yeah.
have those things.
And their requirements for your attendance and who's logging on is
Well, we become the, you know, I know that
Yeah.
principals spend a lot of time going to the magistrate for cyber schools.
For cyber,
Yeah, well, there's new scrutiny in that whole process, so, like,
so, but then also, when you sit, I went to two IEP meetings, I think, for students that transferred over. So then you have to, then that becomes another issue where you have to work on the schedule for the IEP as you do for all schools as an IEP. So then that creates another, I think there were 72 new students in our building, this year.
the junior, senior high?
Yes, sir.
72.
I believe that's the number.
And it's not done, it's just daily has appointments of students re-enrolling or enrolling. So it's not finished yet, like I would say, we're not gonna have a good estimate until maybe the end of the month as to where we stand.
Well,
A lot of
and-
those students
and
come
he
in
is-
August 22nd, they're not gonna go to, we're here.
Back, yes.
This is
I'm
great.
sure we
I
have
want-
kids now after
I know.
Labor Day that thought
I
we
know.
didn't stand.
We do too, it's just,
But it's the October 1st numbers is the number we gotta get. And this isn't that good.
Are these students that maybe might come back if we charge them for a year? Like you said, there's 72 new students in the building.
It's a mix. It's a
We
mix.
also had there was a wave of evictions at the towers at the end of the year last year, so, we were notified by the county that we would likely see some of the families that were evicted or that the apartments that were not, up to code in Duquesne coming in, so we are getting some people from that part of the state coming in and enrolling as well. So the tower, we have a lot of, Beechwood is looking now, so we do have a lot of enrollees, new leases within Beechwood.
Hillary, do you know the numbers for the kindergartens? What are the?
I don't have the numbers in the top of my head.
Karen,
They're not as high
I
for
can
any-
get those to you, Kept Christian doing the work.
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple report sheet you can run every
Yeah.
month.
Okay, would they be at capacity?
They have not yet. They're getting larger, I know, we talked to Pratt, and they're getting up there. Okay, and then the only last thing I have to add is, the first diversity committee meeting for the year is scheduled for Thursday, after school here in the high school office, and, I'm at first parent focus group for the year for, September 20th, not the 22nd, as that's elementary open house, so the 20th. So we're off and running with those groups as well. And that concludes the report.
moving on to the rest of our meeting, under the miscellaneous section, I'll entertain a motion to approve the additions to the 2016-2017 conference and field trip requests as submitted. Do I have that motion? Second. Second, any discussion? Not will vote, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Under section 2, finance, we have 4 items. I'll entertain a motion to approve the following. Number 1, July 2016 athletic fund report, with an ending balance of $3,364.92. Number 2, June 2016 Activities Fund Report with an ending balance of $64,420.45. Number 3, a continued partnership with PAEducator.net Clearinghouse, which includes a contract of service for the 2016-2017 school year at a cost of $1,950. And number 4, the September 2015 real estate tax refunds for the Borough of Carlynton. Do I have a motion for those 4 items? Moved, do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? If you have a question, please reference. I'll ask a quick question. Dr. Pfeiffer, is the PAEducator.net, is that our website?
That's a clearinghouse for job applicants. So we do a posting, and if nobody internal is put forward, go on a PA Educator, and go through that. That's the service that everybody in the Commonwealth uses. So new applicants, when they're coming out of college, they post there. And that's, in the old days, every district had their own paper packet for employments. This is a standardized online process.
Any other questions? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Our solicitor would recommend that we do a roll call. So, Secretary, if you would mind doing a roll call.
Director Dugan? Yep. Aye. Director Hunter?
Aye.
Director O'Brien?
Aye.
Director Slonsky?
Aye.
Director Apple?
Yes.
Director Mendoza? Aye. Director Schell? Yes. Director Schreiber?
Yes. Under Section 3 Personnel, we have 12 items. I'll entertain a motion to approve the following. Number 1, additions and deletions to the 2016-2017 athletic supplemental list. Number 2, the additions to the 2016-2017 activities supplemental list. Number 3, additions to the 2016-2017 substitute list with returning substitutes as submitted. Number 4, employ and award a temporary professional contract to Amanda Myers as a 3rd grade teacher at Crafton Elementary, effective August 22nd, 2016, under the terms and conditions of the Carlynton Federation of Teachers Collective Bargaining Unit Agreement. Number 5, employ and award a temporary professional contract to Sharon Karuskin as a school nurse at the junior senior high school, effective August 29th, 2016, under the terms and conditions of the Carlynton Federation of Teachers Collective Bargaining Unit Agreement. Number 6, award the position of Special Education Access Secretary to Denise Warren, a Class 1 position under the terms and conditions of the Secretary Cafeteria Aides Collective Bargaining Unit Agreement. Number 7, award a professional employee contract to elementary teacher Jaylyn Leslie as a result of 3 years of satisfactory service to the district. Number 8, award the Class 3 Title I aide position at Carnegie Elementary to Laura Franks under the terms and conditions of the Secretary Cafeteria Aides Collective Bargaining Unit Agreement. Number 9, the leave of absence request for the 2016-2017 school year as presented. Personnel numbers CFT 1617-01, CFT 1617-02, and SCA 1617-03. Number 10, move Sharon Stengel from Class 2 to a Class 1 designation, effective tomorrow, September 7th, 2016. Award the Class 4 position of K-6 playground aide at Crafton Elementary to Justin Lambert under the terms of the Secretary Cafeteria Aides Collective Bargaining Unit Agreement. And number 12, Laura Bank, Cynthia Eddy, Christine Garland, and Bill Flonis as instructors for the after-school tutoring program at the secondary level, 2:10 to 3:10 p.m., 4 days a week, at the teacher's per diem rate. Do I have a motion for those 12 items? If you don't have a question.
I think I have this question. If I have to abstain from one of these, does that affect bringing it up, motioning? I just realized that I have to abstain from one of these, because my cousin's on this list, and I didn't see that.
I think we could do it one of 2 ways. You could either do an individual vote on each item, or you could just abstain from the specific line item. Vote abstain.
And it can reference.
Right, you could reference which one you abstain.
If, no one else anticipates any difficulty. Okay. Do I have a motion for this?
So
12 items? Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on that?
So, item number, personnel item number 4, Amanda Myers, this is the third grade position at Carlynton Elementary.
Yes, it's the Title II funded position for class size reduction.
And Title II funding comes from the federal
Comes from the federal government, does not come off our local tax burden, and it's conditional per year. So as long as the Title II money is there, if the Title II money is not there next year, the position itself will go away.
Any other questions? If any director has an issue, well, you can go ahead, let's state, so you have a conflict and you're going to get stated from the vote of this.
Just number one. The one, if
And
you do
that-
it in one, I do it all.
If that's okay for you, or it's not. Okay. Well, and what, just for the record, what's your reason for abstaining?
It's a family member being named as one of the athletic positions.
Any other discussion, other questions? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions? One abstention. Motion carries. All right, moving on to section 4, policy. I'll entertain a motion to approve the first reading of policies 126 to 146 for the full policy review and recommendations of PSBA. Do I have such a motion? Moved by the second.
Second.
Second, any discussion?
So this, number 140, policy number 140, the charter schools. This is something, I guess how I would ask it is this kind of like, every district kind of has to have a policy?
I believe so. You know, this is similar to when we've had kids in private schools.
Yeah.
Or homeschool students, and they want to participate in extracurriculars with the district. So there's similar language and procedure.
So that was the, 140.1 is the extracurricular, and that's the policy that you
Any other questions? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Any director have any old business they would like to discuss? None. All right, any director have any new business they would like to discuss?
I'd like to commend Michelle Hearn. There was, I guess the whole day, in the first week of school, where the entire office staff was off sick. And she came in and took over. And you are a great team player, and you're a great face of the Carlynton School District. Thank you very much. And the voice.
You know, all the Carolyn's to go
Yes,
out.
yes. Thank you.
I'll second that motion. Any other new business? There is one piece of new business, so we have sad new business, and most of the directors know about this, but we have a board member, a treasured board member who had a job offer that she couldn't refuse and is moving out of state. So I'll entertain a motion to, with great reluctance, to accept the resignation of Director Antrese Hart from the board, effective today, September 16th, 2016. September 6th, 2016. Thank you. Any such motion being proposed? Reluctant, thank you. Is there a reluctant second? Second. Second. Any discussion or commendations of said director?
She was fantastic every day. She worked incredibly hard, caring, extremely all board member, talented, vivacious human being, and it's really missed. She's one of those people that you would remember.
She will definitely be missed. And as a little gift, could we send her name tag over here? Just as a remembrance. Is that possible? Do we have that in the postage fund?
We could afford
Probably
it.
just drop it off.
Or
But just so you guys know, like, Dashawn is still here and the two boys, and was like in high school band, and so they're around too, so.
Eventually.
So we're holding on to them as
Yeah.
hostage treasure.
But I have to say too, for Montrese, you know, she always put the students first, you know, look out for kids that maybe otherwise overlooked, underdogs, and I think she had truly a passion for this district, passion for Carnegie Elementary School, and was a consummate team player on the board. And she'll be truly missed. And I think some of the decisions that the board came across during the tenure, she had great influence on them. So good luck to her, and you know, our loss is their gain.
Any other comments or questions before we have a vote?
What's the procedure? Should we talk about that?
Within this, we can't close. That
Yeah. Just a brief overview. By law, the board has 30 days within which to name a replacement to the board. There are 4 basic requirements for the replacement. They need to be a resident of the district for at least a year, a registered voter, 18 years of age, and of good moral character. There really are no specified guidelines in the law with respect to how the board should go about selecting candidates for replacement or making decisions. The only thing that is required is when the discussions are held regarding one or more potential replacements, those discussions must be held in public under the Pennsylvania Sunshine Law. So to the extent that you decide on certain candidates, decide to exclude certain candidates, or decide who you are going to consider or not consider, those discussions need to be held in public. As you know, there are 2 upcoming meetings, or 2 meetings, regularly scheduled meetings that will be held within the next 30 days. You can certainly, with appropriate notices, hold additional special meetings if you can't get it done within the next 2 meetings. But both meetings will present an opportunity to have public discussion and interviews if you decide to go that route for the position. So it probably would make the most sense if you're going to conduct interviews to do so on the 19th and perhaps take a vote at your meeting on the 3rd. But the decision must be made within 30 days. If not, the court of common pleas would step in at that point in time and get involved with the replacement. So it should be plenty of time.
So on the original motion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Montrese, thank you. Good luck. Congratulations. Open forum. Any members of the audience have any questions for the board?
I just want to thank you guys for our sweet treat last week. And Kelly especially, I heard you made those cupcakes. They were delicious. Thank you.
How long did they last?
That day.
Nice.
Any other questions or comments? Any board members have any open